So the weather forecast said misty, so I set the alarm clock for 5:30, and my cat, as per usual, thought that I was absolutely crazy. This one also felt like sleeping in instead of going anywhere. I managed to get my lens with a little bit more reach this time, and a cloth to clean the lens. There were a few other vitals that I completely forgot about, but I was lucky that it worked still. Coffee, check. Breakfast, check. Long pants, check. Cap, fleece, raincoat, check. Beautiful weather, check. Bicycle, check. And finally on the move here. Today I turn right and I can hear the crowd is going wild. Wow, Frederick. In your last video you turned left and now you're turning right. But I actually have to turn right in order to get to the place where I have this idea that I could get a good image. And as you can see here, it is a misty morning. Not as misty as what I'd hoped for, I must admit. But it's okay. And out of the blue here, a beautiful sight. Horses, beautiful horses. And I was so focused on making this footage that I drove into the ditch. No harm done other than maybe my pride. Let's quickly move on. So I have this idea that in very strong mist you can see the trees, maybe on the top of the trees, and then the bottom of the trees will be covered in mist. That was what I was hoping for these trees you see in the distance, that they would sort of help me fulfill that vision. But reality looks very, very different. And speaking of reality, look at this guy here to the left. He's going uphill on skis, sort of, dragging a tire after him. Yeah, I don't know what that was. But back to the vision here. I think I just have to conclude that my idea for this image and reality simply did not meet today. Okay, so I didn't get the image that I sort of had envisioned, but at least I can move on and see what else is out there this beautiful morning. And here I crossed the first bridge of the day, and you can see here there are branches hanging over the water. And separation, of course, is always a good exercise to see if you can get the best angle and where the branches do not take the view downstream. Somehow, photography always brings me to the most uncomfortable of positions when it comes to finding the best angle, and today was no exception. It was the low angle, of course, that was the best. Quiet water and reflections is always a good subject for your photography. And here on the other side of the road you have this stream, a very noisy one, but also some rental boats in very strong colors. Again, a good subject for an image. Here an opening in the woods where the light is coming down through the trees and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's even more beautiful in real life, but I think also here in the footage you can see it looks okay. And to the left is the stream. Here I'm biking along the stream to the left, and it is a very beautiful place, and I find it very frustrating as well because it's so difficult to capture what you see here on an image that just to some degree reflects the beauty of this place here. Let me just stop here and show you what you can actually see if you go down to the water here. You can see the mist in the distance. You have beautiful reflections here all the way through, and there's a nice red branch, I think it is, out there. If you could capture that with the long lens, that would be really a good image as well. But in general, I find this place, it's very difficult to capture what you see here in the video and what I see in real life. Same goes for this part of the wood here where it's absolutely beautiful. And I think What I'm frustrated about is that the 3D effect that you see here in the video, that's really difficult to replicate in an image. Getting to the top of the bridge here, you can see that there is beautiful views both this way and the other. And just a short reminder about the importance of exposing to the highlights. You can see things here blown out. But if I expose for the highlights, you can see all of a sudden you can see a lot of texture and shades in the water. This is one of my favorite places to go shooting. You can see all the reflections and there's lots of lights and shadow at the same time. You can look both upstream and downstream, and it's just a wonderful place. And speaking of wonderful things, I absolutely love birch. I think it's because it's black and white and a very strong texture standing out amongst typically a lot of green. And you can see here on this path here, there's lots of great birch trees. Such a lovely, quiet morning here. I think I'll let these images speak for themselves. Okay, time to head home. I didn't get the image that I sort of have envisioned, but I did get a lot of other images, so it has been a good morning. As always, thank you for watching. Take care, keep shooting, bye bye.